All right, here's an example of a drawing. So I have it open in Visio, the blank, saved it to a file so that the blank doesn't get overwritten. And then this is an example of one of the drawings that we may go ahead and have from the field. So this is for reference of areas only. It is not a dimensional drawing. So we'll just go ahead and estimate where, typical living room is somewhere between 16 and 18 feet wide, maybe 12 or 14 feet deep. And then typical bedrooms in a 1960 home would either be like 10 by 10 or 10 by 12. So it'll give us a rough idea. I'm going to go ahead and dock this over to the side, and then we'll be able to go ahead and reference it. So from Visio, I go ahead and start, like I said, with our default base drawing. From the default base drawing, I'm going to extend it. Let me widen this a little bit. Let's see if we can get it over there. Let's minimize that one. Okay, it's kind of in behind. There we go. That gives me a little more room. Pointer. Go ahead and highlight, delete. So as I went and I said, probably go ahead and grab a wall. We'll start it out. To get an accurate width, we can go ahead and just drop it into here. So we'll go and we'll have 16. Once again, we go ahead and then have for the orthogonal direction, have it as 12. We go ahead and we see over on the drawing that we're going to go and have stairs that'll be back up over here. So we'll show you that in a minute. So here we said 18, right? Or I guess it was 16. 16. And then we go ahead and have 12. So we can take it, we can hold it down the bottom. Notice how it goes and it automatically welds it to that edge. Down below is where I go ahead and have different stairs that we're going to go ahead and need. So I'll highlight these, Control C to copy them, Control V, move them back up to where we're at. Actually, I don't need the up, didn't need the divider. Down, we'll go ahead and we'll rotate this 90 degrees, bring it back over, zoom in a little bit. Let's see, can I move that? Yep, I can move that out of the way. All right, so there we go. Go ahead and take it, put it back up on top. Now, this is interesting. What we can do is we can highlight it, and then to be able to move, we can use our arrow keys. So it's up and down, left and right, and we can go ahead and get it somewhere close. But notice how it overlaps with the wall. So when you get it down close, you hit shift and then your arrow up or arrow down to kind of estimate where it's going to go ahead and blank onto there, or have the line where we can't quite see it. Okay, it's going to be our wall for our kitchen. So here I typically think of the stairs as between 3 and 4 feet wide, or 3 and 4 feet. To go ahead and get it to go and kind of, yeah, go ahead and connect. I'm just using the arrow keys to get it to kind of go there. Then we're going to go ahead and figure that the kitchen is also about 12 feet. We have 4, so I'll need 16. 16 to be able to go from there. Then bring our wall back over. Once again, go and use the shift with the arrow key trick to go ahead and bring it down close. Notice I have it a little bit over where the down arrow is because we're going to have to go and have a door. So take a wall, go ahead and enclose it at the end. Let me go and take a look at this. So I highlighted it and I'm going control left arrow on the mouse to be able to move it over, give myself a little bit of room. I didn't estimate that very well. So we have a door that goes outside and a door to the basement. So we'll grab the door to the basement. Notice how it goes and it drops it. And go ahead and once again highlight it. Can move it up, can move it down. Oop, I have the direction opening the wrong way. So now we'll go ahead and whenever it's highlighted, right click. Notice we have left, right, in and out. So here we'll go left, right. And then what I like to do is whenever the door is highlighted, change the opening percentage to 25%. Okay, we also go and have a door that'll be on the other side. Now we go ahead and go left, right. We go in, out, right? Then it goes through. And it looks like this is also 25%. All right. Now, if we go and we take a look, okay, how do we get into the kitchen? Oh, we get into the kitchen over on the other side. So this wall apparently must go ahead and be there. So we'll head back over here. We'll go ahead and put an opening right back over here. Estimate for where the wall goes. Put this wall in. Go and drop it. Okay. Zoom out a little bit. All right. Oh, now I have a little wall that goes on the diagonal for the hallway. Well, let's go ahead and put our room over in here first. So, like I said, we'll make that room. We'll make it 12 feet wide. So that'll be pretty close. Right. 12. Now you could go ahead and with this make it one long line, but sometimes I find it just makes it easier if I go ahead and I piece them together. All right, now the corner room that we had over here, also make that 12. Right, go ahead and drop 12 for our length. Okay, for our height, we can then just drag it, pull it back up. Okay, it's our hallways are typically somewhere between 3 and 4 feet wide. So I'm just going to go ahead and make it 4. So there I might have adjusted it. Didn't. Sometimes it adjusts it and it'll be off a little bit. That's fine. But the reason I want to go ahead and get this over here, let's see how we had this diagonal door. So we have to go ahead and get a diagonal wall. So to get a diagonal wall, we're going to hook it there. We'll hook it there. That's good enough. Then we go ahead and we take our opening, put our opening back there. We can widen it out a little bit, because it's just a little jam and casing that's left to go and even it up. Go ahead and put our shift left, right. It looks pretty centered. It looks good enough for government work, so to speak. All right. Now back over here with our drawing. Okay, we're going back up a little bit. I didn't see that actually, but we're not going to worry about it. If that doesn't go back there, okay. Remember, well, let's see here. This is probably going to go ahead and be, no, maybe 12 will work. Let's see here. Okay, because we want to go and extend it where it goes back here. So here we were 16 for 12. Let's go ahead and make that 10 instead. Oh, no, 14. Yeah, that looks better. So we'll hook it up to 14, carry it across, see, get it over here close. Now, whenever we go ahead and we have it there, notice I can now drag this one up, and if I get close, it'll close that gap to be able to go ahead and make that connection back through with that. Okay, from the wall, we go ahead and have comes off of this corner here for the bath. See, that winds up being like a 10-foot bathroom deep. That's a little bit deeper than most bathrooms are. It could 10 could be good, but it's usually closer to 6 or 8. Figure 8 deep if there's going to be a tub or walk-in shower at the back. But that'll be close enough. So we go from there. Okay, the wall. Whoever drew the drawing shows that it's off of this wall a little bit. Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll figure maybe something like that. Then we go from there. Right now we'll go ahead and we'll put a couple doors in. So here we have a door. Okay, we'll go ahead and highlight it, right click, and then we're going to go in. Okay, orientation is correct, right? So then we'll go open to 25%. We're going to have a door back over on this side, left, right, in, out, and then 25%. Okay. We have a little wall. Let's see, what was this over going on over here? Ah, okay. So we have kind of like a closet that's accessible from both sides. So see, that's why I make it kind of like 4 feet. So even if you think of a 24-inch closet deep, that's not very deep at all for shirts and the like. Go from there. We can adjust it a little bit. It's pretty good. See, we're going to have a door, right, with the orientation. So we go ahead and we'll put a door here. Okay, you got to change it left and right. Open percentage, 25%. Okay, then we go ahead and we have a sliding door. So down here we go and have different types of doors, pocket doors, sliding doors, casements. So we're going to go ahead and take a look for the bypass door. That's the typical kind of door we would have in a closet. So we go from there. Whenever I go through, I'm going to go left, right. I'm going to go, here we go, left, right. And I'm going to go in and out. Yeah, so go ahead and figure that whenever you go through, a lot of times we keep the one closed because if shoes or whatever falls against it, we can still open it up in the one direction that we go from there. Okay, on the other side, right, we have it divided in half. Daniel doesn't really go ahead and show where there's an opening or a door or a sliding door back over here. Kind of makes sense, like there might be a sliding door, right? So I can copy that one. I can go ahead and see, put it back in, and that would go ahead and be changing in and out. See, now it's real typical how it might go ahead and be. And then we have over here, we have the bathroom. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and put the bathroom door all the way over. Okay, we're going to go left, right, 25%. Then we're going to take a little wall. So figure that it might go ahead and be 2.5 feet deep. Just kind of put it there. I don't want it to interfering with the jam. So I can move it over a little bit. Looks pretty centered. Looks good enough. All right. Drop it in. Now we're going to need to go and put a door here. Now, sometimes if this is narrower, what we can go ahead and do, all right, let's see, what's the direction that was going to open that door? Okay, here we go. Okay, showed it was out, right? So what we can do is go in and out. Now, go ahead and put them like a 25% opening. But then if I go and I take a look at the width, see, typical width 30 inches, that's pretty typical. But think about a linen closet door that you encounter. They're somewhere between 18 and 24. So actually, I'm going to go and narrow that down a little bit to 24. Then I can go ahead and kind of scoot this wall over a little bit, scoot the door, the center into the closet a little better, right? That gives my other door here a little bit of room to go and kind of center it. That's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. Now, I know you're going to say, it's like, oh, what about this offset? You know, Once again, we're trying to identify where rooms are, not necessarily exactly all the returns of the little walls and the like. So this is perfectly fine that we go in and have something like this. All right. Now we have this porch. So to get out onto the porch, this winds up being a sliding door out of the kitchen. And that winds up going and being, see, a sliding glass door. So if we go and have a sliding glass door, probably not going to go and have the slide on the outside. It's going to be on the inside. So it'll be in and out. Okay. And then usually we're not going to be in the kitchen where we have to go against the wall. We wanted to go ahead and slide it towards the wall. So then that would be slide left, right. And then we can leave that open just at 50%, which was the default detail for sliding doors. That's perfectly fine. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and add the porch. Okay, with the porch, this is like one of the four season rooms, kind of like folks have at the back of their house typically. So here we're going to go ahead and call it 12 foot, right? Kind of lines up with the bathroom. Here we go. We're back to go ahead and continue. So where I was at was to go ahead and copy, paste. See, now drop it. Right. We're going to go through here. We're going to line her up. We go through from there. All right. So what are we missing here? We're missing doors, right? We're missing windows. Now, if I go and I drop this door over here at the corner, okay, what are we going to do? 25% to go and open. Okay. We see it's a wide window. So we can go and take our window, typical window once again, about 30 inches. So we're going to go and increase this. It's probably a 5 foot window. So we'll put 60 inches to widen it out. We go from there. Okay. Then we go ahead and we have here. This is going to go ahead and be another wide window. And let me pull one over here. Okay, this is probably closer to 48. Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll drop this one over here. This is going to go and be 48. Okay, this is going to drop here. This is 48. Okay, now one thing to go and see. It's like, okay, hey, why are you making these so wide? What do you think with that? Well, we can go ahead and cheat a little bit because we know it's 1536 Rutherford because I'd already created the title block. If we go ahead and we open up Google, go to Google Maps, right? So we're at 1536. It pops up as Rutherford because I've seen it before. I looked at it before. And if I pop it up in the street view, I can go ahead and see how we have these windows that are kind of wider that we go from there. If I go down the street a little bit, I can get an idea. Pick over on the side. See, those are also wide. So that's where, I kind of had looked ahead, planned out a little bit to see what was going on. But if you're not quite sure, you can just pop it into Google Maps, take a look at it, and it's like, oh, yeah, that looks like a typical 1960s home. Okay, bathroom. That's not going to be a super wide window, so that's just going to go and keep our regular 30 inches. Right now we go and we have here. Okay, here we had a wide window. Then we have like three windows back in that porch one area. Oh, we have a door. Let's put that door. Oh, swinging the wrong way. It should be inside. Oh, not going to be rocking against the door. Go left, right. Change the open percentage. All right, we go and take our window, drop our window. This one here is probably going to go ahead and be 48 again. It might be 60. Might be a 5 foot window. We'll put a 60. Now back here, these three windows, I'm going to try to put the one in the center. I think they're probably a little bit wider than 2.6. I don't have a real good picture of them. but that's close enough. So I'll just make them as 2 6 because once again we're just going for orientation, not scale. But we try to get a little bit close if we can kind of guess what's going on. All right, let's see. What does it look like? Does it look like I have everything? Yep, looks like I go ahead and have everything with it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and minimize that so I can maximize this screen. So now what we'll do is we'll shrink it down a little bit. Now, whenever I want to go ahead and move this, I'm going to go ahead and group it all together. So I'll take my pointer, go ahead and group it, or put a box around a selection box, and then group it. This way, whenever I go ahead and I move it, I can move it around to be able to center it on the page, and things aren't going to go ahead and separate, or I'll miss something. Okay, now what do I do whenever it's too big for the paper? I want to go and be able to have room to go and put my roadside down here at the bottom of the page. So what we need to go ahead and do now is we go up to design, and then we go into page setup. See the little drop down, or this selection arrow to go ahead and pop it out. I'll go to drawing scale, and then what I go ahead and I do is I have to change the scale to be able to fit the drawing within the paper bounds. So this is probably going to go whenever I go to a lower number. I do believe that goes and makes the drawing smaller, seeing the paper bigger. If I went the other direction, drawing size, it was at 22. If I go to 24, see what I mean? It's even more off the page. So yeah, so it looked like 18 was a pretty good guess. And it's trial and error. That's the thing. You don't have to worry about erasing anything. You don't have to, if you make any mistakes, no big deal. All right. That looks pretty good. Now here, this is, I go and I group it. It's just 3 items because you have, the top bound of the road, bottom bound of the road, and the name. Those like you can go and grab pretty reliable together to be able to go ahead and move it back down. Once again, I can then go ahead and use my shift to scoot it down a little bit because I'll need a little bit of room to be able to go and put my sides on back over here. Highlight it, change the name, Rutherford Avenue, Venue, right? And then hit escape to go ahead and leave it there. I can go ahead and move my little title box back up over into here. Is that pretty close to this? Yeah, let's go ahead and change the height a little bit. There we go. It's pretty good. All right. Then we go ahead and we drop our crosshatch down. Notice how I grabbed it right from the ruler on the side, ruler from the top. Okay. Then what I'm able to go ahead and do is grab my sides, because it's either they're going to be oriented one way or the other. But then we go clockwise. So side A, side B, side C, side D, side D. All right. Something like that. Then I can go ahead and delete my alignment uh, lines. Now the final thing I have to go ahead and do, I could pull that back up. Let's put in my room designations. That's what I forgot. Okay, pop that over. Once again, grab the screen, make it a little bit wider. Goes down. There we go. So we go from there. All right. So let's take a look at how the numbering kind of goes that we have. So scooch it down, scooch it down. Okay. So 1 1 kitchen bath 1 2. Okay. So text says room 1 1. Right. This was kitchen. This was bathroom. bath, 1-1. First floor, first bath. Let's see if we go ahead. Okay. And this was room 1-2, room 1-3, room 1-4. Okay. Here we go. Now here we go. Porch 1. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Now I take a look. See how these don't quite line up? Well, these two rooms should go ahead and definitely line up. So what you go and you do is have it on pointer, select one, control, select the other. Then we can go up to alignment, and alignment will go ahead and allow us to adjust these. So what we want to go ahead and do, I do believe it's allow middle. See how it'll go down a little bit, and then I can even go ahead and once because now they're both selected, I can use the arrow keys to kind of center them in the room a little bit. Not that big of a deal. All right. Let's see if I want to go and have this with this, then I can go ahead and have it align top, right? And it'll go ahead and align. I guess I have to select all three. Let's see, align middle. So there we go. So something like that. That goes and works. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about kitchen and that over there. Here we want to go and have bath, and we want to have room 1-2 probably aligned pretty similar. So that works out pretty good. We go from there and save. Then we go ahead and you can either print it or you can go ahead and just save it and then send me the VSX file. But if I want to go ahead and print it, I just hit it save as and PDF, and it saves it as a PDF. So yeah, so actually, whenever you send it to me, send me the Visio file, the VSDX file, because then if I have to make any little adjustments, or if I want to change something a little bit, I can go ahead and do it, and it gives me where I'm far ahead of the game. So we go from there. Okay. All right, that gives a quick idea of a drawing, some of the different little things that we go and we have. Um, like I said, these are our standard shapes that pop up. To go ahead and get these little boxes over on the right, these are for view, and then these are called the task panes. So if I go, you see I have size and position selected, and I have shape data. And then to get those to dock over to the edge, you just you grab them at the top, see, because otherwise they'll float. And then you can go ahead and set them back over. Oh, why is that? There we go. Position, where'd the other one go to? Oh, probably turned off. Got turned off somehow. So size and shape data. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, okay. So, or you dock them to the left. I'm not sure. Can I select, 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 select? No, I can't go and do that. I was wondering if I could go ahead and dock them to the right automatically. Okay, can minimize that. Okay, shapes we want to keep there. Size and position. There we go. I guess I had size and position down the bottom. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's jumping around on me there. We go from there. Let me drop a shape. Go and see. Yeah, I just trying to double click on it to be able to change the size of it. There we go. Oh, so something like that. Yeah, close enough. That'll work. All right. Yeah, but hopefully those will be there whenever you open up. All right. Well, any questions? Drop me a line.